We have a man who raped a woman who was hurt in a car crash instead of taking her to the hospital. We some wild fellas out here in these streets. That's him. He got his gray hair popping too. He allegedly raped a woman who was hurt in a car crash. God. How was he able? I want y'all to think about this. Shout out to Lee for the $2 super chat. How was he able to grape a woman who was in a car crash? Is we gonna think this through? Let's go ahead on and get a little story then, real quick then. Look. Fort Lauderdale police, here, Florida, my state, St. Grand State, but specific home state. Please don't run up with 55 life state. A Fort Lauderdale man has been charged with sexual battery on Thursday in connections with with accusations from an acquaintance in 2023. An acquaintance, I think I said that right. But anyway, Brandon Lee Jones, whose name is alternatively, I think I pronounced that right, listed in official records as Brandon Lee Jones, is accused of raping the woman on September the 15th, 2023, after the two had gotten into a car crash and she was hurt. Oh. According to the incident report, the police, the woman living at a Lauderhill homeless shelter called the city's police department to report that she was raped somewhere behind a KFC at the 3100 block on West Broward Boulevard. The FLPD officers said that they found no evidence of sexual assault there. However, the court record showed Jones, which is 40, lives 3 blocks due south of the restaurant in the Melrose Park neighborhood. According to the reports, the woman told the officers in an interview that Jones, whom she's known as a drug dealer, call him Twin, named Twin, had picked her up from a food store near Dillard High School, and as the two drove, they were rear-ended. A friend of Jones picked them up after Jones fled the scene, and Jones refused her request to be taken to the hospital, the police said. The two men had to pick the victim up out of the vehicle because she was in pain and immobile. The police said that the two drove back to Jones's house, even though the victim, she said or told them, "Take me home if you're not going to take me to the hospital." The authorities said that she fell asleep in Jones' bed and awoke to him raping her despite her telling him to stop. The woman told the police that Jones made comments like, "I can do what I want," and "open your effing legs. You made me crash my car." He said the police wrote that through tears. So the police officer was crying at the time. The police officer was like in their feelings. She told the detectives she felt helpless during the grape. Authorities said that Jones's DA turned up in a grape kit evidence processed in 2024, leading to his eventful arrest on Thursday. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, but anyway, the Department of Corrections shows that he served time in prison for robbery, selling cocaine, and escaped. Say as of Friday, Jones was being held in the Broward jail on a $150,000 bond. So this happened in 23. They just said 23. September 23. All right, September the 15th, 23. Authorities said that the DNA turned up in a grape kit evidence processed in 2024, leading to his arrest. So the incident happened in September. His DNA show up in 2024. Strange. She was so hurt that she had to be carried from the vehicle and put inside of another vehicle, and she asked them to go ahead on and take me on around to the hospital, which they refused to take her to the hospital and took her back to his home. Remember, she's homeless. Took her back to his home. She said, well, either take me to the crib when she was homeless or take me to the hospital, which they didn't. She was hurt and she didn't want to go to his home. She wanted to go home and or to the hospital. Y'all know this crazy bitch fell asleep. Y'all do know that they know each other though. But she fell asleep in a place that she didn't want to be, and she was hurt from a accident. They did say that she called the police, didn't they? I think they did say that she called the police. In the interview, yada yada yada. Hold up. The woman in Lauderhill behind the KFC, no evidence in the sexual assault. Got that there. The woman interview, yada yada yada. Refuse. Take her. We got that. I thought that they said that she had to call the police, but I can do what I want to do and open your effing legs. She felt helpless. But she fell asleep in the house that she didn't want to be in. Decisions. Moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much of you.